So I decided to go and check out the video section of my YouTube settings, and I was looking back at when the last episode of this Let's Play was uploaded. 10 months ago. I think I should fix that. Let's fix that. Hello everybody, this is HyperCole64, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn the volume down because that is way too high. Welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy for the Nintendo Wii. I have no excuses. I have absolutely none. And I'm not going to make any because we need to get this project done, so let's do it. Last episode, we covered a bunch of stars in the final dome of the game, the garden. And this episode, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading into what is quite possibly one of the most infuriating purple coin missions in the entire game. This is Dreadnought Galaxy's purple coin mission. It's kind of a jerk, not gonna lie. Well, okay, I should probably explain this. It's not so much of a jerk now, because I understand the whole layout of everything. But, of course that has to interrupt the video. The problem is not really the fact that, you know, the auto-scrolling part is not the problem. It's when you get to the part... It's when you get to these types of parts and your controls sort of get a little bit disorienting. Now, up to this point, you know, I thought that the controls were just fine, you know, up to this point. You know, the controls in this game are really, really good. I do enjoy them. I think they fit really well with the gameplay style. But for this particular mission, when you get to the part where you're sideways, it really disorients your movement. And when you're dealing with purple coins, that could be extremely freaking dangerous. It's really, really annoying. It's the big reason why I had so much trouble with this particular mission the first time I played through this game. As I imagine a lot of people did, as this is the most infamous purple coins in the entire game. Once you practice it, it's not that much of a problem, but once you get to this part, you have to be really freaking careful. You have to make sure you're in the middle and you don't move at all, because if you make a sort of wrong movement and your controls get messed up, and it's just like, you're all over the place, you'll have to do this entire thing all over again. So, be careful, get all the purple coins, live life, prosper, all that freaking stuff. Anyway, in terms of stuff I've been doing recently, other than work on Let's Plays, might as well go ahead and talk about what I've been playing recently. Very recently, I finished a game called Dust and Elysian Tail, I think that's how I pronounce it, on Steam. It's made by Humble Hearts, and it's published by Microsoft Studios, I believe. And it's basically an action RPG with elements of a Metroidvania. Well, it is a Metroidvania. And it was a really fantastic game. I had a lot of fun with it. The art style was really cool. The game itself was absolutely beautiful. And almost the entire game was made by one guy, which is absolutely insane. The music's really great. I do enjoy the story. I know there are some people who probably don't enjoy the story as much, but I personally enjoyed it. I like the character interactions. And it was just a really cool game. And I love the combat system. It was very cathartic. And it was easy to string different combos together. It was really, really cool. My only big gripe with the game is the fact that at some points, when you're dealing with a lot of enemies at a time, and you also are... Because there's a lot of attacks that have these different flashy effects. And when there's so much going on the screen... I just said on twice. But regardless, it kind of disorients you, and you kind of lose your place because there's so much going on at once on the screen. So that's really my only major gripe of the game. And we're at this jerk of a mission again. Alright. Can we go? Mario, you can't delay it. We have to do it. Let's get this over with. You know how hard it is keeping a Dreadnought clean? Okay. And then someone comes and drops a load of trash in the ammo depot. Hey, we have plenty of bombs. Maybe you can use them to blow up all this trash. Don't really want to, because this mission is really annoying, but we're going for 100%, so let's get this over with. This will take me a few tries, just to warn you. There was, like... This mission in particular is very finicky, because... Basically, the big tip that basically everyone gives is and what you're supposed to do, is to aim for the yellow dots, because that will allow you to get the best result and actually complete this mission. The problem is, the explosion of the bombs can be really finicky at times, and you will miss... There are times where you will miss just one piece of trash when you realize... And sometimes you won't even realize that you actually missed a piece of trash. And you gotta be really quick, because it takes a while for things to explode. And if there isn't a case where that explosion doesn't hit another explosion, you're screwed. This is a very finicky mission, and I think it took me around 6 tries to do. It's one of the most infamous bonus missions in the entire game. It's really annoying, and, you know, it's a nice concept. It's an interesting puzzle mission, I will admit, but it's, again, it's really, really finicky in terms of the explosions and how trash is destroyed and everything. Like, look right here. It kind of looked like that the explosion was supposed to hit the other bomb and make the other bomb explode, but it didn't. So, that's how I was screwed. And then there's this case. Wait for it. I missed one piece of trash when it looks like that I blew up every single piece of trash there. Like, what the heck? I swear. Just, in combination with the trash and the explosions, this mission can be very, very finicky. Like, what the heck? Like, why didn't that other bomb explode? Why didn't that other piece of trash explode? It makes no sense. It's a very annoying mission. But, what? How did I miss that? How the frick did I miss that? It looks like that bomb was supposed to freaking reach it, but it didn't, and man. I like to keep in mind, it's been a while since I've actually seen this recording, so just keep that in mind. I think this recording is around a year old now. I'm really, really freaking behind. But I'll get caught up. Soon enough, I'll get caught up. I swear. And then I can move on to the projects. Alright. Come on, Mario. You can do it. Alright, so close. Come on. Come on. Let's go. 3 seconds to spare. Yes! Well, I'm never going to take out the trash again now that I know you can just blow it up. Did you not see how many times it took for us to actually blow up all that trash? From that experience that Mario just had, I would not recommend blowing up trash because, 1, it's bad for the environment, and 2, it's extremely freaking finicky. Like, seriously. We interrupt this program with a beatdown of an annoying green robot. We appreciate your patience, and thank you. Screw you, low battery icon. With us finally defeating that really annoying mission, we got a regular SAR. Did I say SAR? I meant to say star. Also, I unplugged my nunchuck for some reason. But anyway, moving on with the regular mission and getting back to what I was talking about earlier. I was talking about Dust and how it's a really good game and how I like the characters and I like the story and I would really recommend it. It's a great game. I would recommend it at full price. It's really fantastic. I believe it's on Xbox Live and Steam, and I believe that's the only 2 platforms it's on right now. For some reason, it's not on PSN. Well, actually, I know why it's not on PSN, because Microsoft Studios published the game, so, you know, when Microsoft is involved in the game, you can't exactly post it to, you know, PlayStation Network. Then again, Super Meat Boy was originally, I think, if I don't know if this is true, but I remember hearing that Super Meat Boy, I keep saying that name twice. Super Meat Boy is a sequel to Meat Boy, which was a Flash game, and then Microsoft saw it, and it's like, hey, make a sequel, and then Ed McMillan, who's the creator, and was like, okay, I'll do that. And they made the game for Xbox 360, and then it didn't release on PlayStation until like 4 years later, which is like, what the heck? And I'm not, honestly, I'm not quite sure if it was actually published by, it wasn't published by Microsoft. I know it wasn't. I know it had an association with Newgrounds, but I don't think it was actually published by Microsoft. So, the reason why it never made it to PSN, I'm not quite sure. I mean, it was originally going to be on WiiWare, but due to the limitations of WiiWare and how big files could be, like, I believe, if I remember correctly, files on Wii, like, games that were uploaded to WiiWare could only be up to 64 megabytes, which is a very, very small size for a video game. even an indie game. And Super Meat Boy would just not work well on the Wii Virtual Console, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. Which means a lot of Nintendo fans missed out on Super Meat Boy, it is a really fun game. I haven't completed it yet, to be fair, but also owned. I died to the exact same meteor. The exact same. Or cannonball, whichever. Probably cannonball. That's probably the one thing I should say. But yeah, Super Meat Boy is a really good game, and I would definitely recommend it. Even though I haven't completed it yet because it's really freaking hard. But yeah, it took a long time for it to get on PSN, that's for sure. Although I have the Steam version, so whatever. And I don't have a PlayStation because I am a huge Nintendo fanboy. And I have no money. Anyway, other things I've been playing recently. I've been... What else? Well, what else? I haven't been playing much. I've been playing Pokemon Shuffle. I actually downloaded Pokemon Shuffle recently. And that's a mobile game at its core. It's purely a mobile game. It's basically like... Just think of something like Candy Crush Saga, but it has a Nintendo property and it's on the 3DS. And I think you can actually get Pokemon Shuffle on mobile. But it's a free-to-start game on the eShop, and, you know, you get a certain amount of hearts in the beginning, and then you have to wait a little bit to get those hearts, and if you don't want to wait, you have to deal with microtransactions and all that crap. You get the gist. You know about that type of stuff. It's a fun game, padded with microtransactions. That's basically what it is, which is basically most mobile games nowadays, honestly. So, yeah. In fact, like I said earlier, the game was actually released on mobile, I believe, so there you go. Also, Nintendo Badge Arcade. That came out recently, and that is also a pure mobile game at its core, because basically you play these. It's basically, I almost want to say it's kind of the equivalent of gambling. I don't want to say it is, but basically how it works is that you're in this arcade and you get you pay coins basically to play this crane game where you get to earn badges that you can use to customize your home menu, which is pretty cool. And there are even these icons that you can get from the crane that allow you to actually replace icons, certain icons on a home menu. For instance, I have a Yoshi icon that is the activity logs icon, and I have a Toad icon that's the settings icon, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, it's a mobile game at heart. You know, you get a few free tries at first, and then if you want to play more, you either have to play this practice game and slowly get more free plays, or pay microtransactions. Like, it's $1 for 5 plays, so... But I haven't spent any money yet, so yay me! Because, honestly, I'm not dumb enough to pay for microtransactions, because that's just not my thing, and it's kind of a slimy practice, but regardless, we got a regular star. And that's basically it. That's basically all I've been playing recently. And, we don't exactly have that one particular, prankster comment unlocked yet. So, let's head into one of my personal favorite, secret levels in the entire game. This is Matter Splatter Galaxy. And this one, again, is one of my personal favorites because it's the most unique in terms of its style. I mean, it brings back a sort of motif that was, or a gimmick that was, I think it was in, if I remember correctly, Ghostly Galaxy. This was sort of a mechanic that was used there, but it's used a little bit differently here. It's disappearing platforms. Now, the difference between this and...
Wahoo!